everybody, my name is Lauren, and this is Mimi.
Hi everyone.
We're here at Pets Alive. Today we're going to read a book in our library in our cat house. So you're going to see a lot of our local cat residents here that are all waiting for adoption, and we'll talk a little bit about them more after the book. The Trap King for a Day, Marvin, is the name of the book that we'll be reading, and it was written by Alyssa Ruby and illustrated by Rachel Martin. But this story is about a real person. His name is Sterling Davis. He's known as the Trap King, and he started a nonprofit organization called Trap King Cat Humane Solutions in 2017, and he did that to educate and assist in people learning about trap, neuter, return. A lot of the cats that you see here are part of our trap, neuter, return program, and we'll talk a little bit about that more after the story. So we hope that you enjoy it, and we're going to get started now. So, Marvin. So, Marvin got out of bed and greeted the day with a big smile. It had been raining for several days, and it had finally stopped. He parted the curtains on his window and let the bright sun light up his bedroom. He looked over his shoulder and stared at the mess in his room. His dad had promised to get him a pet today, but only if he cleaned his room. Marvin wasn't sure what kind of pet he was going to get. His dad had said that he could get whatever kind of pet he wanted as long as he cleaned up after it. Marvin's mind drifted to his choices. He thought of a dog or maybe a cat, but he also liked birds and turtles, and he couldn't forget bunnies. Well, the room wasn't going to clean itself. He had better get busy if he wanted that pet. And here's a picture of Marvin thinking about what kind of pet he would like in his dirty room that he's going to get ready to clean. So we'll let Mimi continue.
Okay. So, after cleaning his room and getting dressed, Marvin ran downstairs and rushed into the kitchen ready to eat. The first thing he saw was his mom, and then he saw his breakfast. His mom had made him 3 chocolate chip pancakes. He could see the maple syrup dripping down the sides. To wash down his pancakes was a cold glass of almond milk. "Good morning, son," greeted Marvin's dad. Marvin looked at his dad and frowned. It was no longer a good morning. His dad was dressed for work, not pet shopping. He knew what his dad was going to say, and it wasn't good news. Marvin's dad was a firefighter, which meant that he spent 3 days out of the week at the firehouse, but today was not one of those days. Although sometimes emergencies came up and his dad had to go to work on his day off. "Why are you dressed for work, Dad?" asked Marvin. "It's your day off and we're supposed to go get me a pet," Marvin pouted. "I'm sorry, son, but I have to cover at the station for a few hours. We'll get you a pet tomorrow, I promise," said Marvin's dad. He waved goodbye to his son on his way out the back door. "You promised today," Marvin mumbled. He was never going to go get a pet. So, as you can see, Marvin is saying goodbye to his dad. Unfortunately, he seemed really upset because he promised to get a pet today. Okay.
Marvin sat at the table with his head down. He was sad that he couldn't get his pet today. He knew his dad's job was important and that people needed him, but he was still sad. Marvin's mom sat across the table drinking her tea. She saw her son's sad face and wanted to cheer him up. "Have you decided what kind of pet you're going to get, Marvin?" "No," Marvin said. "I haven't." "A puppy would be nice," said Marvin's mom. "Yeah, or a cute little kitten. It's easier to train." "What do you think, Marvin? How about a kitten?" "A kitten would be cool, I guess." Marvin was still sad because he couldn't get his pet today. I know what will cheer you up, said Marvin's mom. After you eat your breakfast, why don't you go outside and play? There's no rain today. I'm sure you miss your friends. Okay, Marvin cheered up, and he ate his breakfast. He was going to play treasure hunt with his friends. So here's Marvin and his mom, and Marvin is scarfing down his breakfast, anxious to go out and play.
Okay, so Marvin and his friends were at the neighborhood playground playing treasure hunt. They were down by the creek looking for special rocks. They followed the flowing creek downstream all the way to the bridge. On the other side of the bridge, next to the group of rocks, was a mama cat and her baby kittens. Look, Marvin pointed out towards the cats. It's a mama cat and her babies. How many kittens are there? Asked Mateo. Davy counted the kittens. 3. Look, shouted Marvin. He pointed towards the water. One of the kittens is down by the water. So as you can see in the picture that there's a kitten on the tree right there is stuck, and they're trying to go save him now. Okay. Here you go, Marvin.
Marvin ran down to the creek and walked into the shallow water to rescue the kitten. When he got to the water, he saw that it was wrapped in branches from a fallen tree. He stopped. The mama cat couldn't go after the kitten because she was feeding her other kittens. All she could do was stare and bellow a sad meow. Get him out of the branches, Marvin, said Bart. Marvin tried to free the kitten, but instead of saving it, he got stuck too. I can't. My foot slipped under the tree and I can't get it out, cried Marvin. Davy and Bart, go tell Marvin's mom that he's stuck in the creek. Mateo and I will stay here with Marvin, said Trevor. And there you can see Marvin is not real happy, but he does have the kitten in his arms, but now they're both stuck in the tree under the water.
Okay. Does your foot hurt, Marvin? Asked Mateo. No, but my mom is going to be mad at me for ruining my new running shoes, said Marvin. Are you going to keep the kitten's head above the water? Asked Trevor. Yeah, but he's shaking. I think he's scared. Oh no, here comes the mama cat, says Mateo, and she don't look happy. The mama cat was perched on a rock, snarling at the boys. What should we do? Asked Trevor. Oh, and you can see right here, the mama cat is very, very, very defensive when it comes to her kitten. Okay.
Bart and Davy arrived at Marvin's house. They ran up the porch steps and knocked on the door. Marvin's mom answered the door and was surprised to see 2 of her son's friends standing at her door without her son. We were treasure hunting, and Marvin found the cat and her kittens, and one of them fell in the creek. So Marvin went to save it, and he got stuck, Bart blurted out. Marvin said to call his dad and the whole fire department, said Davy. You have to come with us now. Marvin's mom grabbed her cell phone and keys, and then she rushed from the house and followed the boys. And there they go to help save Marvin.
Okay. When Marvin's mom, along with Bart and Davy, made it to the playground, she went straight to Marvin and tried to set him and the kitten free, but she couldn't. How did you get your foot stuck underneath the tree, Marvin? Asked Marvin's mom. I was trying to get the kitten and my foot slipped, and then the tree moved and trapped me. Marvin held the kitten's head above water. The kitten's foot is tangled in a tree branch that's stuck underneath the tree too. Marvin's mom was nervous about the tree. What do you mean when you say the tree moved? And as you can see, Marvin and Marvin's mom are trying to get him and the kitten out. You're welcome.
A fire truck pulled into the playground parking lot and parked. A fireman dressed in full gear got out of the truck carrying a big axe. A big van parked next to the fire truck. It was decked out with a bunch of cats and the words "Trap King." A man got out, walked to the back of the van, and took out 2 cages covered with odd-looking blankets. The few kids in the playground crowded around and stared in awe at the decked-out van and the man who gotten out of it. He was wearing jeans with black boots and a t-shirt with the face of a cat on it. He had on black biker gloves and his nails were painted black. Marvin's dad and the man greeted one another and shook hands. They took the 2 cages and the axe and headed to the creek. All the kids tried to follow, but Marvin's dad told them to stay back. So here you see the man, and that's the Trap King, and that's his truck, with Marvin's dad in the fire truck, and the kids are all waiting there, anxiously to see what will happen.
Okay. So, the clouds turned gray, the wind picked up, the water rippled into heavy waves, and the tree shook, covering more of Marvin's foot. "Mom," Marvin called out, "the tree moved again." The other kittens were frightened and called out their mama. "Meow, meow, meow." The mama cat screeched at the threatening weather and ran to protect her babies. "Boys, I need you to find some strong sticks and help me keep the tree from moving again," said Marvin's mom. The boys quickly ran off to collect the sticks, making sure to stay away from the cat. So as you can see, Marvin's mom is really trying to pull Marvin's foot. And then you see the mama cat with the babies, but the other one is still stuck with Marvin. Okay.
Marvin's mom and his friends struggled with the sticks to keep the tree from moving, while the mama cat snarled at them from a rock. Bart was closest to the cat. "I'll chase her away," said Bart. "No, Bart," said Marvin's mom. "Leave that cat alone. It's feral." Bart didn't move. "What does feral mean?" asked Bart. "Feral just means that the cat has never been with people, so she doesn't know how to act around them," said Marvin's mom. Bart took one step away from the cat. "I think she's mad at Marvin because he's got her baby," said Bart. "She'll be okay until help arrives," said Marvin's mom. And there you can see everybody's crowded around, with Marvin still holding the little kitten.
Okay. Marvin's dad and his friend arrived at the creek. They stopped and looked around. There was no immediate danger and everyone was accounted for. They saw Marvin, his mom, and his friend standing in the creek. Marvin was stuck under a fallen tree holding a black and white kitten while his mom and his friends were all trying to help free them. They saw a big feral cat hunched and snarling several feet away. The cat looked ready to attack but was afraid of so many humans. Not far away were 3 kittens huddled together whining for their mama. Marvin's dad held his axe over his shoulder and shook his head at the situation Marvin was in. So, in this picture, you can see Marvin's dad with the axe coming to go rescue them. Okay.
The wind stopped blowing. The waters calmed. The clouds became clear, and the threat of rain went away. "Dad!" Marvin called out. The mama cat ran over to her kittens and walked in a circle around them to protect them. She kept her eyes on the humans and her other kitten. Marvin's dad and his friend walked to the water. His friend put his cages down. Marvin's dad put the axe under the tree, and with the help of his friend, they moved the tree off Marvin's foot and freed him and the kitten. Marvin's mom and his friends stood on the creek's edge and watched the rescue. They kept their distance from the feral cat and her other kittens. So here you see the Trap King and Marvin's father helping to free Marvin, and everybody looks happy now.
Okay. Everyone was standing in the grass by the creek talking to Marvin. Marvin was holding the kitten in his arms. "Thank you everyone for saving me," said Marvin. "Hi, Marvin," said his dad's friend. "Hi, mister. Who are you?" asked Marvin. "My name is Sterling, but everyone calls me Trap King." "Why does everyone call you Trap King?" asked Marvin. "Because I trap cats." "Why do you trap cats? Doesn't that hurt them?" "What I do is safe and harmless," said Trap King, "and it helps the cats." Trap King held out his hands. "I need you to hand me the kitten, Marvin." "But I want him as a pet," Marvin cried. He looked at his parents. "Mom, Dad, I choose this kitten as my pet." "Marvin, before you take that kitten as a pet, I have to take it to the vet. But once it's healthy, then you can adopt it," said Trap King. "Can I, Dad? Can I adopt him when he's healthy?" asked Marvin. "Well, Trap King says it's safe. Yes, you may adopt a kitten," said Marvin's dad. Okay, and then this picture is all of Marvin's friends, Trap King, for both of their parents, and the kitten in his arms. Okay. Here we go.
Trap King took the kitten from Marvin and picked up one of the covered cages. "Okay, boys, I need you to stay back while I set the trap for the mama cat." Marvin, along with his parents and his friends, all watched while Trap King went about setting his trap. He removed the cover from the cage and took out a can of food. He set the trap in a spot next to a trail that had already been mapped out by the mama cat. "It's important to place the trap in a secluded area close to the path where the mama cat always travels, so she won't miss it," said Trap King. He put the kitten inside the trap to lure the mama cat inside, and then he opened a can of jack mackerel and placed small amounts of the fish along the trail to entice the mama cat to go into the trap to save her kitten. So there's Trap King with the trap. And these are called humane traps because all that happens is when the cat steps inside, they step on a plate and the door shuts. So it doesn't hurt them at all. It just saves them from being on the outside world.
Okay. Trap King finished setting his trap and then walked over and joined the others to wait for the mama cat to take the bait. It wasn't long before Mama Cat smelled the fish, but she hesitated before following the trail. She looked over at the humans and hissed, "I want everyone to turn around and slowly start walking away from the cat," said Trap King. "She's taken the bait, but she won't eat unless we leave." Everyone walked away. Marvin and his friends looked over their shoulders and watched the mama cat follow the fish trail. Trap King looked over at his shoulder. He wanted to be ready when the cat entered the trap. When the mama cat was out of the way, he put the other kittens in the second trap. So as you can see, Marvin and his friends, Trap King, they're all right here, just waiting for mama cat to follow the fish trail. Okay. I'm going to fix the pages. There we go.
Thank you. When the mama cat was caught in the trap, Trap King walked over and covered the trap with a special blanket. Then he took the second trap and put the other baby kittens inside. He put a blanket over that one as well. Trap King carried the two traps over to his captive audience. "Let's get our new friends to my van." When everyone reached the parking lot, the boys went wild over the Catmobile, while Trap King put the two cages in the back of his van. "Cool ride, Trap King," said Marvin. "Thank you, Marvin. Some special people donated the van to my nonprofit organization to aid in animal rescue, and a friend of mine did the artwork." "What's your company called?" asked Mateo. "It's called TNR Humane Solutions. That's Trap, Neuter, Return. The cats are trapped and taken to an animal hospital where they're treated for injuries and diseases and then fixed. When that is done, the cats are returned home to their colony, adopted, or put to work on farms, keeping rodents and snakes under control. Can we help trap the cats? Asked Trevor. Yes, the animal shelters are overcrowded and need help from the community to get homeless cats off the streets to prevent them from fighting over territory and resources. If we all do our part, we can save a lot of cats and prevent overpopulation, answered Trap King. That's cool, said all the boys. So here you see Trap King, and that's actually his own cat. He has a little white cat, and that's his van, and they have the mama cat and the baby cats in the traps covered with blankets so that they don't get frightened, and all the young people are watching them load up, and soon they'll be driving away.
Okay. Trap King kneeled before Marvin and looked him in the eyes. You were a brave young man today, Marvin. Although I don't approve of you putting yourself at risk, I applaud your bravery and your love for animals. So, for your heroic act, I'm making you Trap King for a day. He pulled out a cat badge, pinned it on Marvin's shirt. Everyone in the park cheered for Marvin. As soon as your cat is given a clean bill of health and is weaned from his mama, you will be available to adopt it, said Trap King. In the meantime, if any of you boys come across any stray cats, I want you to call me. Do not attempt to catch them. It could be dangerous. If we find a cat, we will call you. Can we be Trap King of the day? Asked Bart. Yes, you can, answered Trap King. Everyone cheered. In this picture, everyone in the parking lot is cheering for Marvin because he's Trap King for the day. Okay.
2 weeks later, there was a knock on the front door at Marvin's house. Marvin came running down the stairs. He ran by his mom and ran straight for the door. He snatched it open without asking who was there. Marvin, you know better, said Marvin's mom. I know who it is, Mom, said Marvin with a big grin on his face. Standing on the other side of the door was Trap King, and he was holding a cat carrier. Hello, Marvin, said Trap King. Hi, Trap King. Is that my kitten? Asked Marvin. Yes, it is. And it's a she. She is healthy, weaned from her mama, and ready to live with you. Do you still want her? Yes, Marvin answered excitedly. Trap King took the kitten out of the carrier and handed it to Marvin. What will you name her? Asked Marvin's mom. Marvin cuddled the kitten. Well, I found her in the water, so I'm going to name her Puddles. That's a great name, said Trap King. And there they are, Trap King, Marvin's dad, mom, Marvin, and Puddles. And that's how the story ends, I believe, yes. And then you can read that.
And Trap King's quote is, you don't lose cool points for compassion.
Okay. So compassion means caring, and as you can see in the story, everybody cared very much. Marvin cared about the cat, Marvin's parents cared about him, the Trap King cared about the community cats, and like I said, we have cats here that have also come from different situations. In fact, we had a cat that was found swimming in the Hudson River. So the same way that he named his cat Puddles, we named that cat Swimmy. And she got adopted. And we have many cats here, probably about 70 right now, waiting for adoption. Many of them have come from our Trap Neuter Return program, as I said. And you can help support us. For young people, if you live in the town of Walk Hill and you see cats that are living outside, you can get in touch with us, let a grown-up know, your parents or anybody that's in your family or any grown-up around. Let them know that there are cats outside and you want to try to help them. And we will send our team out who volunteer and go out and do what the Trap King does, trap cats, bring them here. We take them to the vet. We give them their vaccinations. They get spayed or neutered so that they can't have any more kittens. And we keep them here for adoption. If they are truly what the trap king talked about, a feral cat, where they will not accept humans, then we actually put them back out where they are as long as they're well taken care of. But most of them stay with us until they're adopted. So we hope you enjoyed the story. And follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can see some of the cats that are here as they get adopted. And this is, Tiger's been sitting with us. Tiger is a little bit of an old man. He's about 13 years old. And his brother Patches has actually just come back from a little surgery that he had, dental surgery. And I think you saw Timmy. Where did Timmy go? Oh, there he is. This is Timmy. Timmy's almost 4 years old, and he's waiting for adoption as well. So, follow us, like I said, on social media, and feel free to look at our adoptable cats and dogs, and we also have some farmed animals. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.